What's up, Spotlight Nation? Get ready for a rapid-fire news dump that's going to blow your mind. First up, Hollywood heavyweights Javier Bardem and Mark Ruffalo are executive producing Jordan's Oscar hopeful, All That's Left of You, and the first trailer just dropped. This is monumental for international cinema, and we've got the exclusive. Then we dive deep into the critically acclaimed HBO series, Task, starring Mark Ruffalo himself. Is it a gritty masterpiece or a forgettable flop? We're breaking down the performances, the plot, and whether it lives up to the hype. And speaking of Mark Ruffalo, the actor is now facing serious backlash for his recent comments on immigration. We'll unpack his controversial statements, the fiery responses he's getting online, and what it means for his public image. Finally, get ready for a twist you won't see coming as we cover the tragic passing of a beloved news anchor during a flying lesson. It's a story that has the entire media world in shock. Stick around because you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Javier Bardem and Mark Ruffalo board Jordanian Oscar entry. All That's Left of You as executive producers. First trailer debuts, exclusive. Get ready for an Oscar contender. Hollywood titans Javier Bardem and Mark Ruffalo have joined forces as executive producers for Jordan's official submission to the 98th Academy Awards, All That's Left of You. This powerful drama, directed by Chirian Dabis, is already generating significant buzz, and the debut of its first trailer only amplifies the anticipation. The film is set against the backdrop of the 1980s occupied West Bank, chronicling the life-altering journey of a Palestinian teenager caught in a protest. His mother, Hanan, narrates a sweeping history spanning 7 decades of displacement and survival, offering a profound look at the origins of the Palestinian struggle. Director Chirian Dabis expressed her thrill at having Bardem and Ruffalo on board, stating, "All That's Left of You takes audiences back to 1948, the origin of Palestinian displacement, and follows one family across nearly 8 decades, shaped by political forces beyond their control. To understand what's happening in Gaza today, we must first understand the history of how we arrived here." Bardem himself described the film as beautiful, intelligent, and deeply moving, emphasizing the intergenerational bond and resilience depicted. Ruffalo called the project epic and deeply human, highlighting its message of empathy and the pursuit of collective healing. The film is set for a limited qualifying run starting November 28th in Los Angeles, with wider releases planned for January. This collaboration has ignited conversations online about the film's potential impact and the importance of its subject matter, with many praising Bardem and Ruffalo for lending their voices to such a critical narrative. Don't go anywhere, because the drama is just heating up. Next, we're dissecting a buzzy new HBO series that's got everyone talking. POPNOTES opinion, Task finds sacred in silence. HBO's latest series, Task, starring Mark Ruffalo, is generating critical discussion, but not necessarily for the reasons one might expect. While the show aims for gritty realism and deep character exploration, reviews suggest it may be falling short, leaving audiences with a sense of emptiness. The series centers on Tom Brandeis, an FBI agent grappling with personal tragedy and alcoholism. Set in the familiar blue-collar landscape of Delaware County, Pennsylvania, the show delves into the lives of both law enforcement and criminals, exploring the thin line between them. The narrative kicks into gear when a series of home invasions leads Tom back into the field, uncovering a criminal operation led by Robbie Prendergast, a charismatic sanitation worker. Critics have noted the show's commitment to verisimilitude, particularly the actor's embrace of the local accent. However, many find the pervasive bleakness and lack of emotional range to be the series' most significant flaw. As one review states, no one smiles, no one comes close to a laugh, and no one even tries to lift the poisonous mood that has descended on the Delaware Valley like a fog. This relentless tone, while perhaps intended to reflect the harsh realities of the setting, is proving to be a barrier for viewer engagement. Compounding the issue is the perceived lack of narrative tension. With the primary antagonist identified early on, the series relies heavily on character study, but even here, the characters are described as failing to take interesting or unexpected actions. The performances are deemed competent, but the overall effect is a show that feels overlong and self-serious, struggling to justify its own existence. Online discussions reflect this mixed reception, with viewers debating whether the show's bleakness serves a purpose or simply alienates the audience. The question remains, can Task overcome its charmlessness to deliver a truly compelling story? But the conversation around Mark Ruffalo isn't just about his acting. Prepare yourself for a storm of controversy as we dive into his recent public statements. Mark Ruffalo faces immense backlash for saying immigrants are the criminals. Stick to acting. Mark Ruffalo, known for his roles in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and critically acclaimed dramas, has found himself at the center of a significant online firestorm following his commentary on immigration and crime in the United States. His recent remarks have ignited a fierce debate, drawing both staunch support and sharp criticism. In a video shared on X, Ruffalo challenged anti-immigrant narratives, asserting, "The immigrants aren't the criminals. Most of the crimes committed in this country are by white people." This statement quickly went viral, prompting a wave of reactions. Many users accused the actor of oversimplifying a complex issue, with some specifically pointing to crime statistics and incarceration demographics in the U.S. Others debated the distinction between immigrants and undocumented immigrants, arguing that the latter group represents a violation of law by definition. The backlash extended beyond policy critiques, with a segment of the public expressing frustration with Hollywood figures engaging in political discourse. Comments like, "Stick to acting," and comparisons to other celebrities who have faced similar criticism highlight a growing sentiment among some viewers who prefer their entertainers to remain apolitical. This sentiment suggests that for some, political activism by actors can detract from their ability to enjoy their on-screen performances. Ruffalo, who has a history of vocalizing his stance on issues like climate change and social justice, appears to be facing the consequences of his outspokenness. This incident underscores the polarized nature of public discourse surrounding immigration and the challenges public figures face when navigating these sensitive topics. From controversial statements to tragic news, the headlines keep coming. Next, we're reporting on a shocking incident that has left the media world in mourning. Milneo, a TV newsreader, has been killed during a flying lesson shortly after sharing an excited message online as she climbed aboard. A devastating accident has claimed the life of Debora Estrella, a 43-year-old news anchor for Milneo ATV, during a routine flying lesson. The tragic incident occurred in the northeastern Mexican state of Nuevo Leon, in the city of Garcia, when the Cessna aircraft she was in crashed. Just hours before the crash, Estrella shared her excitement about the flight on Instagram, posting a photo of the plane with the caption, "Guess what?" This poignant post now serves as a somber reminder of the events that unfolded. Adding to the tragedy, her ex-husband, a journalist himself, reportedly posted updates about the crash before realizing his ex-wife was on board, initially reporting, "A plane has come down." Civil protection in Nuevo Leon confirmed 2 people have died in the accident close to the Ciudad Mitra's industrial estate in Garcia. Her colleague, Maria Julia Lafuente, delivered a tear-jerking on-air tribute, expressing the profound grief felt by the news team. "How can I say, 'Good morning, happy Sunday,' when our hearts and souls are broken?" Unverified footage circulating online appears to show the aircraft performing stunts, though other angles suggest the light aircraft was drifting slowly to the ground while being circled by a helicopter. The cause of the crash is currently under investigation. This heartbreaking event has sent shockwaves through the media community and serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of life. That's all the time we have for today, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news. We saw Javier Bardem and Mark Ruffalo executive produce Jordan's Oscar hopeful, All That's Left of You. We dove into the gritty HBO series, Task, starring Mark Ruffalo, and debated its critical reception. We covered the intense backlash Mark Ruffalo faced for his comments on immigration, and we mourned the tragic loss of Milneo ATV anchor Debora Estrella during a flying lesson. Phew. Don't miss out on any of the action. Smash that like button, subscribe to Tom's Spotlight for more, ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop, and drop a comment below telling us your thoughts on today's headlines. We're also on all social media platforms, so give us a follow there too.